can't let random people tell you what to do. Now, that's gonna include me, by the way, heads up. But here's the thing. You need to stop going with the flow. You might ask, well, what do you mean? Like, is it good to be going with the flow? Like, what are we talking about? The flow state? No. What I mean by going with the flow is going through life unconscious. Okay? What I mean is your parents tell you to go to university, so now that's what you're going to do. Your friends tell you, hey man, you should get a motorcycle. So you sit there and go, you know what, let me get a motorcycle. Now look, I'm not saying motorcycles ain't dope, but you have to sit there and go, wait, am I getting a motorcycle because I want a motorcycle? Or am I getting a motorcycle because that twat over there wants me to get a motorcycle? They're two different things, okay? So you need to stop going with the flow in the sense that you need to stop sleepwalking through life, which is what virtually everyone around you is doing. They're literally just sleepwalking. Now people think, people get ideas, people do stuff they want to do. People go to the gym, but most of the time people still sleepwalk. Go on the street, ask someone, what's your goal? What are you working on right now? They're like, well, I'm gonna just enjoy life. You're not gonna get a cohesive answer. You're not gonna get really anything good. Like, people generally don't know what they're doing. Well, not necessarily what, but more so why they are doing what they are doing. Like, you're working to get a degree so that you can work in this field. Why? Like, of course, to some extent, like, I'm making this video because I bloody want to. It's not like no one's forcing me to do it. It's not like there's a gun pointed at me to make this video, but I'm doing it because I want to do it. But I'm also conscious about it. I know where it's gonna get me. So that's why we're here. I know it's helping people, so that's why I'm doing it. Okay? But most people just sleepwalk through life. And dude, I was saying this to a guy I know. He went, well, nah, that's not true. Like, people don't sleepwalk through life. What the fuck are you on about? What happened, this is a while ago, but what happened after that conversation, I mean, it took a while, but essentially what ended up happening was that I got a gaming PC, which in hindsight was quite retarded, but I did anyways, because I thought, you know what, I'll be able to work on it. I like having a desktop, and so let me get that gaming PC, because that's really gonna hone in my productivity. Now, that's what I was telling myself, but really what I was doing was I was getting a gaming PC so that I could play fucking Counter-Strike with the homies. That's what I really was doing, but I was masking it with, yeah, but you know, this time I'll be able to control it. Just straight up lying to myself. Okay? Because I wasn't willing to look truth straight in the eye and go, nah, fuck you. Okay, I wasn't willing to look any people I knew in the eye and go, like when someone tells you, hey man, wanna hop on Counter-Strike? At that moment, I didn't have the balls to just sit there and go, you know what? Fuck you. Don't ever ask me that shit again. I didn't do that. I lied to myself. I just went, you know what? Yeah, gaming PC kind of would be dope. Yeah, I wasn't consciously thinking about it. So I ended up getting that damn thing. And then what happens is I've been disciplined on self-improvement. I've been going to the gym. I've been meditating, doing all these good habits, working. And all of a sudden I just fall off. And my sleep schedule is completely fucked. I stopped going to the gym. I stopped doing the productive shit. And I went into complete unconscious mode. Okay? And this is exactly what I mean. So I was playing fucking Counter-Strike. I was fucking playing Skyrim at that point. And the thing is, you're not consciously, like I firmly believe this, you don't sit there consciously at a high level of consciousness and go, you know what, let me level up in this virtual world. Let me level up in Skyrim. You're not sitting there consciously doing that. You're not consciously wanting to get a crib in a game, but not in real life. Like, because if someone asked you intellectually, hey man, would you rather have that shit in GTA, or like, would you rather have fucking any chick you want in real life, any car you want, any crib you want? Would you rather have that in real life or in a game? Who the fuck in their right mind is gonna say, you know what, I actually want a shitty life, and then in the virtual world, yeah, then I want that. Okay. But so you need to stop letting random people or random things tell you what to do. So I'm playing these fucking games all day. I don't remember exactly how, but soon enough I start waking up. I mean, maybe doing it for 2 weeks, maybe 3, 4, somewhere in a ballpark. And I go, what the fuck happened? I just fell off massively. And I'm starting to realize what I'm actually doing. And so, well, it hits you like a truck as you go, wait, what the fuck? All this time I've just wasted. Anyways, I end up getting back on some really just basic self-improvement shit. The bare minimum, like meditating fucking 3 seconds, reading 3 seconds. Like, setting the bar extremely low. I start working out. By working out, I mean doing like 1 fucking push-up again. But then a couple of weeks later, what happens is that I'm finally back in the gym. My mental health is getting better. I don't hate the way I'm living anymore. My sleep schedule, it's a bit all over the place at that time still, but it's getting better. All because I woke up and I kind of set the intention to do the slightest bit of positive shit. And that slightest bit of positive habits gave me hope. And that hope and that positive momentum then gave me less appealing. Okay. And so I woke up to the shit that truly matters. Okay. Like the things that actually matter, like you're talking relationships, social skills, going to the gym, making money. I mean, those are kind of the big 4. That's the shit that actually matters. That's essentially what your life is made of. And so making progress in those things is what matters at the end of the day. Now look, people will tell you making muscle doesn't matter, making money doesn't matter. But it's like, well, what else are you gonna do? Like, if you're not gonna be in the best shape you can, if you're not gonna be as confident as you can, as capable as you can, as good at making money as you can, be extremely capable socially, like with men, with women, then what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, what? Like, there is nothing else to do. Like, of course, you can pick up a hobby like fishing, get really damn good at that. And to some extent, that has value, okay? It's like fucking making YouTube videos. Get really good at that, it has value. But in general, like, it's those main things that matter. But what happens is that life sometimes just captures your attention, your ability to think. You fall into unconsciousness, and next thing you know, you're just watching football all day. You're like, wait, what the fuck's going on? 2 weeks ago I didn't even like football. Why the fuck am I so invested if France wins? What the fuck is going on? And so you kind of need to just find yourself. I really understand what you truly want, and to know what you truly want, and to actually have the motivation to do the shit that you really want to do, you need to cut the outside influence. Like, there is a reason why I only do books, I do courses, I do Spotify, which, I mean, those are extremely limited in terms of the outside ideas I'm getting. I mean, I'll put myself in a situation where if I want to learn something, I have to manually go for it. Okay, I'm not scrolling IG and randomly getting a thought planted in my head that I don't want. That's gonna be detrimental to my life. For example, gaming. But if you're just on YouTube all day, if you're just scrolling all day, you're gonna get that thought. Someone's gonna try to plan in your head, hey man, yeah, GTA 6, that's the shit. And if you hear that enough, you're gonna fall into unconsciousness and be like, you know what? GTA 6 is actually fun. Yeah, man, that's actually dope. Whereas 2 weeks before that, you were thinking, oh man, what the fuck is this? And so, like, before you fall into unconsciousness, I just want to say one thing. There will be warning signs, okay? And what the warning sign usually is you consciously ignoring your own opinion. Like, so you'll be not necessarily pressured, but you'll be put in a situation where you go, gaming, no, fuck that. But then all the people around you are doing it. And so you get repeatedly kind of almost against your will forced into it. Like maybe you're in a group chat that talks about gaming. And so what happens is that you hear it over and over again, and then you go, you know what, it's not that bad, maybe it's not that bad, like they're doing well. Like you look at some fucking exception to the rule who's into gaming but then also does well financially and with chicks, and then you go, well, you know what, gaming isn't that bad. Yeah, motherfucker, but you're not that guy. You're not at a level where you can do all of these things. Also then you start justifying these bad things to yourself, and all of a sudden you just fall off. So when you hear something you don't want to hear, when someone asks you to do something that you don't want to do, you just have to sit there and go, nah, fuck that, okay? And so you have to be willing to sit there and go, fuck the noise, fuck this shit, fuck everything I don't want to do, fuck this, I don't want to hear this. Because here's the thing, you're not gonna know what you want unless you essentially completely eliminate the outside noise. Now, of course, I'm not saying to unfollow everyone on IG, unfollow everyone on YouTube. No, like, listen to people who you wanna be like. Like, there's a reason I listen to Hams. I used to listen to Tate, I don't anymore. But in terms of, like, where my mindset was, this is in high school, by the way, but in terms of where my mindset was at that time, and kind of how I grew up, listening to Tate at that point, I mean, was better than me not doing it. Okay, yeah, I started to act like fucking Tate, but that was way better for me in every sense than not doing it and instead just fucking playing Counter-Strike or doing dumb shit like that. Okay, so I'm not saying don't learn, but cut the fucking noise. You don't need to know about football, you don't need to know about what ex-celebrity is doing, you don't need to know what the fuck Logan Paul is doing, KSI, these people. Doesn't fucking matter, you don't need to know what's going on in the news, you don't need to know what's going on in the Ukraine. Like, unless that's your business, unless that's the world you're in which case, well, then you fucking need to know, and that's a part of your job. But outside of that, if it ain't your job to know, then don't know. Okay? If you, the point I'm making is, don't listen to shit that isn't gonna directly improve your life. If you wanna get big and jacked, then sure, listen to Jay Cutler, listen to these people. Like, listen to Arnold Schwarzenegger, got his book on a fucking shelf over there. Okay, listen to these people, because that's gonna get you in the mindset that Arnold was in while building his physique. You're gonna start thinking like that, and then the next time you're in a gym, you're gonna push a bit harder. Okay? You're gonna like it a bit more, because that's the world you're in. That type of learning is fine, but it's intentional. It's not Arnold telling you, hey man, you need to get into the gym. No, it's you being interested in going to the gym and then listening to that. And so that's the way you want to do it. But keep this in mind. Generally speaking, you don't need more advice. So there will come a point where, let's say you start going to the gym, like the couple of first times you go, man, you might not really know what to do. But then you're gonna figure out a program, a way to train. Now, once you figure out the way to train, you don't need more information, okay? Maybe you watch a course on it, you get the workout plan, you get the meal plan. But once you have those, you don't need to watch another course. You don't need more information on the damn thing. What you need is to execute. and any additional information. First of all, you're probably gonna learn proportionately way less because you already figured it out. But on top of that, the scale starts tipping from, okay, this is actually beneficial, to it going against you. Because now instead of actually going to the gym, you're watching gym stuff. Okay? And also you're gonna burn through it at such a rate that then, like within 2 weeks, you're gonna be like, the gym, whatever. Because you watch all the content. Whereas if you don't do that, you figure out the gym plan, and you just stick to it, and you don't have this burning need to go and find 500 different people with 500 different opinions about going to the gym to go to the gym. You get what I'm saying? You don't need all of this excess stuff. Like, figure out the basics and then fucking go. And your brain will, at least in my experience, tell you when you know enough. You'll get to that point where it's like, okay, you don't really need this anymore. You don't really need this advice anymore. You just need to go, and at that point you go. So stop trying to find an alternative angle. Stop trying to find an alternative opinion. Just go. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing is taking action. And you don't want the outside information to be bombarded at you. You want to push towards the shit you want. Take action on the shit you want. You want to go to the gym? Take action. You want to talk to a chick? Take action. You want to make money? Take action. And then once you've taken action on making money, let's say it's making YouTube videos. I guess you make a YouTube video, bam, done. And then you go, I didn't really like the way I said this in the past video. How do I fix that? Maybe you figure out, maybe you figure it out on your own. Maybe you find a mentor. But be damn sure to first make a mistake, then find the information to correct it, and then take action again. You don't need to do it the other way around. You don't need to first learn and then take action. No, you need to take action and then you figure the shit out. Okay? You jump into that deep end of the pool and then you learn to swim. Because that's where you're gonna learn way faster. Because you have to. And also you have experience. So you're not just relying on a handbook, you actually remember, oh shit, okay, so I was swimming this way, this video says it to do that way, didn't think of that, let me try that, and then you go again. And before you know it, you're where you want to be. Right? But stop listening to a bunch of crap that isn't directly making your life better. If listening to fucking KSI isn't making your life better, you better cut that shit out, because it's taking away your thoughts from the shit that actually makes a difference in your life, be that going to the gym, socializing, making money. That's all I got for you today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.